When you walk into a bank today, you don't feel like you're in a place of worship. But 4,000 years ago, going to the bank meant standing before the gods. The foundations of modern finance weren't built in glass skyscrapers. They were built in incense-filled temples. But how did sacred relics turn into high-interest loans? And more importantly, why did Jesus really overturn those tables in the Temple of Jerusalem? Today, we uncover the dangerous dance of religion and finance. It all began in Mesopotamia. In ancient Sumer, temples weren't just for prayer, they were the city's central warehouses. People left their grain and gold there for one simple reason. You can climb a wall, but you cannot escape the wrath of a god. However, the priests soon realized something, that idle wealth could be put to work. Under the name of Shamash, the sun god of Babylon, the first loans were issued. Even the Code of Hammurabi had specific laws for temple debts. But as the system grew, the representatives of God began to squeeze the people with crushing interest. The first financial corruption was born under a sacred robe. In the Greek world, the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus and the Oracle of Delphi were the Swiss banks of antiquity. They were untouchable. Even in war, looting a temple was the ultimate taboo. But this divine immunity gave the priests absolute power. They decided the interest rates. They decided who would thrive and who would fall into debt slavery. Religion had become the invisible hand of the economy. Now, let's look at the most iconic protest in history, Jerusalem, around 30 AD. When Jesus entered the temple and flipped the tables of the money changers, it wasn't just about business in a holy place. It was a protest against the predatory system. You see, the temple tax could only be paid in a specific sacred coin, the Tyrian shekel. The money changers charged massive commissions to swap ordinary currency for these coins, effectively robbing the poor in the name of God. When Jesus shouted, "You thieves, you have made this a den of thieves," he wasn't just talking about trade. He was attacking a corrupt financial monopoly. History shows us that while religions often forbid usury, the financial system always finds a back door. Today, the buildings have changed and robes have been replaced by tailored suits. But the question remains, does money serve the sacred, or is the sacred just a tool for money? What do you think? Are modern banks the new temples of our age? Let me know in the comments.